Sleepover, you're invited. Sleepover, bring your caboodle. Sleepover, and I promise that I won't freeze your bra this time.
And you have been on maternity leave, so you're already in kind of a weird shelter-in-place situation.
Yeah, my coronavirus is now 12 pounds. I spent like $300 on oil, cooking oil. He's like, make sure you get snacks. He was just like, stock up on snacks. And I was like, I've got 2 gallons of canola oil. I bought sunflower oil. We have olive oil. I have coconut oil. I got 2 gallons of honey. I have a bag of wholesale oats. I have aloe vera juice. We can make hand sanitizer if we need to.
Wow.
We don't have any red legumes. That's okay. I got green legumes. 2 bags. I can put that with all this rice and make all the food in the world.
I kind of did that, but it was like library books. I just kind of freaked out. I think the book we've enjoyed the most so far is How to Make a Fairy Garden. Carl and I spent a lot of time with that this morning, and then we went outside and we started making stuff.
And I think really that book's kind of a scam. Good for it. Give you some shortcuts, because I'm pretty sure you can make anything into a fairy garden. You just have to like have a desire to make a fairy garden and then look around and be like, what could this be?
Right.
A shed.
I'm actually feeling a little guilty because the stuff that the only things we're allowed to do now are stuff that I like to do and that nobody has wanted to do with me in the past. So it feels I think they might be suspicious that this is made up. I'm like, well, we can go outside, but we can't go to any playgrounds. All we can do is like hike in the actual woods away from people and like maybe go to a bird blind and watch some woodpeckers.
Oh, near in the sky, what is love? Can the child within my heart rise above? Can I sail through the changing ocean tides? Can I handle the seasons of my life? Oh, I don't know.
I feel similarly. I was on my second month of maternity leave, and I was just like, I'm not ready to go back to work yet. And it's like somehow I accidentally created a worldwide pandemic. The thing about manifesting, the thing about the secret, Kate, is you can't put the details in. You just have to have the want and then let go of it. I was just like, I'd like more time with my son.
Yeah.
But no.
Okay, recommendation number 1, Bring It On the musical. Even just listening to the soundtrack, something we've been enjoying during the quarantine. As they say, when you're in second place, you're either flying or falling. It's really true. Also, you should leave it all on the floor. There's a lot of things to learn.
That's obvious.
I gotta readjust because I was gonna wear a bra for you, and then I was like, nope, screw it.
So in yoga camp, when I went to yoga camp, we heard about this 10-day meditation called Vipassana.
Okay.
It's a silent meditation. It's free in America. You pay what you can afford, so that can be none. And they feed you, and you just sit and do the Vipassana meditation. It's this really great thing, but you have to like iron out a chunk of your life to go do this, right? And I couldn't get that sorted because I just moved to Sedona and I didn't know what I was doing. But I realized that I always wore a bra. I always 100% of the time wore a bra. I never didn't wear a bra, and I wasn't comfortable with like the feel of my breast on my skin. So I decided to do a Brapasana where I didn't wear a brassiere for 10 days. And it worked.
And were they silent?
They were very loud at first. It took a while to get used to it. All this talk about boobs.
Yeah.
All right. Ladies and gentlemen, in khakis for no good reason because he's a baby. He's not going anywhere. It's my son. Frankie Vance McPherson.
Hello.
This is, I almost called him a completely wrong name. So we had a long debate about whether or not to hyphenate his name. We decided to just put a space because a lot of computers don't have hyphens. This is Sebastian.
Sebastian!
He's my son. Hello.
Oh, buddy, hi.
Look, Ma, no hands.
Pretty content.
Yeah,
Those
he's
cheeks.
a real good baby.
Aw.
Because I'm not doing this again. This was perfect and plenty.
Los lonely boy.
He's just a one of him. Recommendation number 2. One of my favorite reality competition shows from the mid-aughts, 2000s, the Australian version, Beauty and the Geek, Australia.
Beauty and the Geek.
On Prime, 2 seasons. I just started season 2. You have a beauty and you have a geek, and they pair up to do challenges where the beauty has to do math and science, and the geek has to do romance and dates and fashion.
Okay.
And the couples get kicked off one by one. At some point, there's a makeover, and then that's it. That's just the show. But they did it. They did it in Australia, and I didn't even know.
Like that could be like deliciously terrible.
Oh, it's wonderful, and because the geeks are such kind people, and they're Australian on top.
Because the thing is, there could be beautiful women that are secretly like pretty smart and interesting.
That's how they win. They sneak on and be like, it's stupid, haha, stewardess. I aced my SATs, let's do this. If the theme is science, there's a little pamphlet, and the geeks help the ladies read the pamphlet and learn the stuff. And it's just whether or not the beauties want to learn or not.
Yeah. So if it was like me and Matt Damon, and I'd be like trying to get him to learn about postmodern literature or something. It sounds painful. Sounds terrible.
I thought about naming this guy Matt Damon. So, Kate, it seems to me you have taken Sleepover out on the road and started a journey as a stand-up comedian.
It's been really fun. Weird, but fun.
Weird how?
Like I've performed a lot as a singer and an actor, but I always have a plan and I can prepare a lot beforehand. But it really is like you can't really practice it without an audience. I've never done a form like that. It is like Sleepover in that, you could come to a recording with a couple ideas, but then it just happens. So stuff happens.
It looks like I'm just cuddling this baby, but I'm really listening.
I was thinking about like if we had books that we don't recommend that have horrified us. I've had
the originals.
The originals, okay.
At least the first season is just literally all of them being like, you betrayed me, I don't trust you, but you betrayed me and I don't trust you. I'm gonna put you in a box because you betrayed me and I don't trust you. And I was just like, this is so awful. I couldn't. And it's like, you're lined up with the werewolves and you're lined up with the witches because you betrayed me and I don't trust you. Yeah. Have you seen his piece of paper that he loves?
No. That does sound like a real quarantine type of toy, though.
Oh no, I'm being a little... He has a piece of paper that he loves. I have this home health nurse that comes every week, or now we Skype, but one day she came with a piece of cardstock and a black marker, and she says, I want you to draw a bullseye for your son. Like, okay. He loves it. And on the back I drew like a star and a triangle and a square and a hashtag just because it's the future.
Yeah. A bullseye is like an areola.
It is. And he just stares at it. I have to go get it and just show you. He'll just be like, oh.
All right. Take a picture and we'll insert it.
He can watch a piece of paper for a solid half an hour.
That is a smart baby.
Maybe 15 minutes, baby time. 15 minutes feels like a half an hour. You can watch it for a long time, like 3 minutes. I don't know.
Oh, I bet.
Feels like forever.
Yeah.
Kids down, I can finish eating my lunch that I made an hour ago.
Oh man, do it. Eat it fast.
It's
I'll
like
talk
beef
later.
jerky and an omelet.
Nice. Yum.
I
What
was
about?
gonna do it live
Oh yes, yes,
with you.
yes. That's perfect.